Imagine waking up and finding out you're featured on a song you've never recorded. This guy is faking collaborations with major artists, including me for some reason, and he's getting away with it. And if this scam continues, it could ruin digital music distribution for pretty much all artists in the future. So this is not just about me, there's much more at stake. He's done it to way bigger artists as well. One of them has over 3 million monthly listeners on Spotify, and you might recognize his name. So who is this guy scamming people in the form of unwanted features and exploiting the audiences that they've built over the years? How did he actually manage to upload these songs with features that were never approved by the artists? What streaming platforms and music distribution platforms actually allow this? And what's the damage for the artists involved? So this right here is my artist profile on Spotify. And the way I found out about what's happening here was by a message sent to me on Patreon saying, "I love all your music so far, but I don't know what happened with that latest track you're featured on. It honestly sounds quite bad and I'm not sure if it's even legit." So I went over to my Spotify profile thinking, which song could he mean by that? I saw something I've never seen before, and it's this right here. So this section on Spotify is about releases an artist is featured on. You can see the official Cobra Kai soundtrack, song number 6. You can see Burned, that's my name. I'm also familiar with these other records. I did contribute some parts to them, but one of them kind of stands out, both with the artwork and also with the song title. And I was very shocked when I saw this because I didn't play a single note on that. I didn't approve anything, but somehow it's on my official Spotify page. So I started the investigation. You can see the main artist is called L Bliss, and I'm a featured artist right here. Now you're probably quite curious what this song actually sounds like, but I really don't want to risk a copyright strike from this person on top of everything else that already happened. So I'm playing the song for you right now and I'm talking over it. I also pitched it a little bit, and I think by just listening to the track in the background you can identify that this is not the kind of music that I personally release if you're familiar with my music. The hard facts are it doesn't have any of my guitar playing or singing on it, and it's a new song, I guess, maybe completely AI generated, who knows. And I'm not the only victim right here. He has another song out. So that second song he has out, called Mama, has another featured artist by the name of Starboy X. You might have heard of that artist. Over 3 million monthly listeners. You have some tracks right here with 86 million streams, 38 million and so on. He also appears on a lot of featured songs and they all look pretty official, like in the style that he's performing in. And once again, one of them stands out a little bit, and it's this one. So I personally don't think that he agreed to this feature. So clearly this is just the start. My song was the guinea pig, I guess, the first release, and he keeps doing it now with bigger and bigger artists. So who is this artist and can we expose this person? For now, all we seemingly have is this picture, and it could of course also be AI generated, who knows. On Google he's pretty hard to find because there's a band called Bliss from Switzerland. He also doesn't seem to be on Instagram. On YouTube I could find him with 1 subscriber and 2 videos, and let me guess, those are probably just the 2 songs he released so far. Yes, exactly. Those are the songs you've seen on Spotify. So I guess he's using a music distribution service where the song gets automatically published on platforms like Spotify, YouTube, etc. With this channel we also can't really find out a lot about them. It has a weird auto-generated link by YouTube. This link essentially just clarifies that we're looking at an artist channel and not like a typical YouTube channel that you make by yourself, like mine for example. So this one was auto-generated when he released that music, and looking at the video and description right here, my name appears again. And what I found right here that I couldn't see on Spotify is how the music was distributed. Super quick side note, I recently saw that a lot of you are still not subscribed to this channel after all these years. So only if you really like what I'm doing on here, consider subscribing and leaving a like. It's something very small, but it means a lot to me. And thanks so much for being here. So this seems to be the distributor that's been used, IIPDDS, never heard of that. And it took quite some digging, but it looks like IIPDDS is an alternative name for the online distribution white label Fuga. And this is where the plot thickens, because this does not look like a professional music distribution service to me. I get an error when I open the website. Looks like some kind of video should be playing here maybe. So if this is the distribution that was used for those releases, it seems to allow releasing music with features where the featured artist in question doesn't even get notified about it. And then on top of all this, we also get a list of people involved right here on YouTube. On Spotify, you can also see this Johnson Oma person, who is the composer and lyricist of the song, apparently. Now, it's always, of course, difficult to pin down who that could be exactly. I thought we had a small lead at first, but the name is spelled a little bit differently. Now, I personally use TuneCore as my music distribution service. I'm not sponsored or affiliated with them. I also had issues with them in the past, but I still release music through them because that's the platform I started with. And I just wanted to show you real quick how easy it is behind the scenes to add a featured artist. So in the first step, you would choose your main artists, and I collaborated with an artist called Jared Dines last week. If you choose someone as a main artist, the song will also show up on their profile. You can see it right here, but what was actually done is a little bit different, because if someone adds you as a main artist, you will definitely get notified, because the song will show up in your Spotify for Artists, for example, kind of alarming you that, hey, there's a new song coming out, you should pitch it to playlist editors. But if you're featured on a record, it's a little bit more sneaky. Let's say I'm releasing a new song, Spurned, that's me. You can see that it will be automatically distributed to all streaming platforms and of course also YouTube Music. It will be on TikTok, Apple Music, so all of social media, all of the streaming platforms. This is where I can add some featured artists. So for the songwriter, they just chose whoever wrote the song, I guess. That would be me in this case. But right here I can also add more artists, and let's say a lesser known artist, Metallica, is featured on my track. They do have some music out on Spotify already. Yes, that's them. And how about another upcoming rising artist by the name of Taylor Swift? Played some bass trombone on my new track. So I think you know where I'm going with this. I think if I tried to publish the song like this on TuneCore, they would probably look into it a bit more. But it looks like some music distribution services, like the one we checked out a little bit earlier, don't really review if these features are legit. And once again, I'm not Metallica, of course. I don't have millions and millions of monthly listeners. But remember, the first other artist that was affected by this already has over 3 million monthly listeners. So I guess at the moment, with scams like this, no one is really safe. So what are the next steps right here, and what effects does this actually have? So first, I sent down a formal takedown request through TuneCore, which is my music distributor, because I didn't approve this song. I didn't even play on this song. And I already got some messages asking me what this track is about, because it sounds like nothing I usually release. I'm still waiting for a response, and I will post an update. Once again, if you subscribe, I will let you know in further videos or posts how this pans out. So if you have a second to do that, it would turn something negative into something positive. What are the consequences for me as an artist? Of course, if the song blows up, I won't get any royalties or anything, which is not my main concern, honestly. The thing is that I have a track on my official artist profiles that I really don't like, that I had no part in at all, and that someone is trying to use my audience, scamming you, amazing people, into listening to that track. And they are continuing to use other artists, trying to get their fans to listen to those fake songs and features, collaborations, whatever you want to call them. So with this video, I wanted to make you aware of this scam. If you ever see weird featured tracks like this of your favorite artists maybe, please reach out to them, because they probably don't even know about this. And if you were taken advantage of like this, I hope I can soon provide a solution. Let's see what I can find out in the next couple of weeks. Until then, thank you so much for your support. Remember to subscribe and leave a like if you enjoyed the video. Thanks for listening to my real music on Spotify, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.